We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show, and we've been doing so many videos all so quickly we don't even, it's like the same day, same time, whatever. So today we've got an awesome video. I'm actually really excited about this one. When I was being brought up, you know, my mom would get worried about every little thing I did. And that can not necessarily be the healthiest thing. Today we have an awesome episode. We've got these lovely children who I want to introduce you to. So check it out. What are you doing?
I'm gonna swing from here to down there.
Wow. All right.
One hand.
One hand.
1, 2, 3.
Woo!
I'm gotta get started.
That's awesome. So who built this treehouse for you?
My dad.
Yeah?
Yeah. He is really strong. I love my daddy. Me too. Ariana, watch out! He's hot. Ready?
Woo! What's your name?
Lyra?
Lyra?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Do you want to be homeschooled?
Yeah.
What don't you like about school?
It takes a really long time to drive home.
Oh no.
Mama, look at me!
That's awesome.
I'm getting on film.
What?
I'm getting on film.
Thank you, Lyra.
You're welcome. It's really easy. Woohoo! Woohoo! Ariana, no hands. Watch it. Ariana, get up on the tree first. Oh yeah.
Hey, you know, can I ask you guys a question on here?
Yeah.
So a lot of parents would kind of freak out if they saw their children almost going upside down on a tree like that. But you guys are totally cool with it.
And I'm gonna get him hooked up so that he stops crying.
I have this philosophy, Matt, is that there's a real thin line between what is safe and what is not, and what I want to place upon my kids. And one thing I don't want to do is force my fears upon my kids. And so when I lived my life, which was pretty much all about dream big, dare to fail, well, guess what? I'm going to let my kids also have that same approach to life, dream big and dare to fail. You know, so
Nice.
that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing with raising children is of course, like, you know, you want to protect them and keep them safe from everything, but they have to encounter the world, and you have to give them that opportunity to learn to trust themselves. And I can tell that my daughter wouldn't do anything like that if she didn't know she could. And that's
Yeah.
the whole difference. Like, I think when I see my children do something that I think is kind of dangerous, I'll ask them, do you know you can do that? And if I get a clear yes, you know, that they can, that they're sure of it, then I'll be like, all right. And then you let them take their knocks, you know? I mean, like, how many of us didn't, like, fall off a bike and crack our heads open when we were kids? I mean, it's a miracle any of us are alive, but you have to give them that opportunity, too, to learn from experience, and that way they fully, you know, are in charge.
Absolutely.
And
I love it.
And the more you hover, the more they learn to depend on you for their for testing their boundaries instead of relying on their own good sense that God gave them. So.
Absolutely. Love it.
Can you walk down the other side, Lyra?
Go ahead, see it. Go ahead, Lyra. I know you can. There you go. See how it's going down real slow? Go for it. Hey!
Or Iris?
Bug-eye.
Florence.
If you read the continuum concept, they say like they would let people, like little infants, play with like knives and fire and like go right up to cliffs, and they just said that the babies trust themselves. They trust their babies completely.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. I don't know that I exist in that
No,
in that
I wouldn't either.
Well,
that universe. I think that certainly one could exist in that space, and their babies would totally be intact and sovereign at that, and at all times. I think that I wonder if those same people have their kids out in cities or in
oh, total
out in
tribal,
the
wild.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. In that place where everything makes sense in nature, of course. I mean, all of life is in tune with that, including little infants are more in tune than adults are later.
Yeah.
So I would believe that completely. Of course, that would be the way.
Right on.
Well, I mean, any of the white.
Hey, Lyra. You're walking barefoot, aren't you?
These ones are, I think,
That's amazing.
here, but the ones in Canada.
How does it feel?
The ones out in California.
That's why she does it.
Wow.
Hi, babe. Good job going through all the brambles.
Wow.
Good job.
You walked over all those prickers? I'm amazed.
She walked a long way to get out here. I have to admit that.
She went all the way down and then up here.
That's crazy.
Really good on the face here.
My 4-year-old.
That's your foot? I don't know. Looks good to me.
Really? Did you step on something? Well, come here. Sit down and I'll look at it.
Okay.
Hey, Matt, I just wanted to make a comment about my daughter right there walking down the hillside in her bare feet. There's a lot of prickers. She's 4 years old, and I don't know many kids at 4 years old that would be walking on prickers and not bawling their eyes out. And maybe complaining a little bit as she is, but she doesn't cry over it. She understands that if she's going to seek us out and do things that it's kind of like a grin and bear it, because her goal is more important than just a few little bites on prickers, So, she's a hardy kid. We raised both these guys hardy.
Right on.
Yeah.
Love it.
The more you go around barefoot, the more you naturally learn to avoid the things you don't want to step on.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else that you do without thinking about it.
Right.
Your body and your being learns not to step on the prickly stuff.
Yeah.
You can go running through a field of thistles and not step on them. You just know.
That's crazy.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Asheville's a very neat place because there's a lot of people that, within our network anyway, I should say, that raise their kids to include the outdoors as if it's part of the indoors, one and the same. And you see it when the kids get together because they just run free and play, and they fall and they scuff their knees and they get up and they might have a few tears and then smiles again and then running again. That's the way I think it is to raise kids, is let them pave their own way.
I've always felt like that was what I wanted.
I love it. Like, this is a way children become confident in themselves and stuff like that. I mean, it would probably shape their entire lives and
It'll
their
shape their
success.
entire life. And what I've learned too is that then they also gain a sense of what their boundaries are, and they're the ones who actually come to you to ask if something is safe when they feel they're reaching out a little bit too far, instead of them relying on you to tell them what their boundaries are and waiting for you to always interrupt and be the hovering craft.
What an awesome day. I'm like afresh here, inspired. Thanks for having us over.
Oh, it's our pleasure, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you again and finally formally meeting Angela. Yeah. We love Sunnycrest here. It's part of us. It becomes part of anybody who actually visits here.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've got
Angela Six-Monarch,
and
Summer Kolasar,
and
Darshan,
aww, and
Jimmy Colasar.
all right, and Matt Monarch, and we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.